We're tempted to tell you that the 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk is ridiculous. It's borderline frightening to think that we now live in a world where anybody with the money and the gumption can stroll into the nearest Jeep dealership and place an order for a 707 horsepower Hemi-powered Grand Cherokee. Let's put this slice of history into perspective. The original Jeep, the one used by the military, boasted 60 horsepower from the Go Devil 4-cylinder engine under the hood. The most powerful version of the muscle car era 426 cubic inch Hemi was factory rated at 425 HP. And even if that legendary power plant was underrated from the factory, the Grand Cherokee Trackhawk still obliterates it by a couple hundred horses. With launch control engaged and with the programmable engine speed properly chosen, the all-wheel drive Trackhawk rockets to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds, over and over and over again. No drama, no wheel spin, just G-force, pressing you and 4 close friends into the backs of your seats. It's addictive, and the only penalty is single-digit fuel mileage. But we'll wager a guess that anyone shopping for a Trackhawk isn't much concerned about its drinking problem. Jeep had to make a few small changes to the well-known 6.2-liter supercharged Hellcat V8 engine to shoehorn it under the hood of a Grand Cherokee. The oil pan is reshaped and baffled, the intercooler is modified, and the exhaust manifolds are new. The result is a reduction in torque from 650 pound-feet in Dodge Hellcat models to 645 in the Jeep, but we wouldn't worry about that. Keep your foot planted for 11.6 seconds and you'll have crossed the quarter-mile threshold. We hit 120 miles per hour on the long straight at Club Motorsports, but if we'd have had a longer runway, we have zero doubt that the Trackhawk would hit its claimed 180 mph top speed. We feel obligated to remind you, again, that the Trackhawk is an SUV, not a sports car. Good thing, then, that the 6-piston Brembo calipers and 15.75-inch rotors at the front and 4-piston calipers with 13.78-inch rotors at the rear are the largest ever fitted to a Jeep. Mash those brakes and the 5,363-pound Trackhawk will come to a stop from 60 in just 114 feet. We have no qualms with the powertrain, or Jeep's claim that the Grand Cherokee Trackhawk is the most powerful and quickest SUV ever made. But we do wish the steering ratio was quicker than 16.5:1. Too often we found ourselves sawing at the wheel to keep the Trackhawk under control. A variable ratio unit would definitely help. Once it's pointed in the proper direction, Jeep's skill in programming all-wheel drive systems shines. There's not much drama in how the Trackhawk handles the twisties, despite the huge lump under its hood. Grippy P295/45 ZR20 tires help, but the overall sense of plantedness and the lack of body roll initially comes as a surprise. Jeep fitted the Trackhawk with a steering wheel that's nice and meaty at every location your hands want to grab. Paddle shifters on the back of the wheel work well, but the transmission's shift logic is good enough that we mostly didn't bother with them. The seats in the Trackhawk are comfortable, but owners who plan to use their Jeeps at the racetrack will probably wish for more aggressive bolstering. There aren't a lot of obvious exterior changes to separate the Trackhawk from the regular grade Grand Cherokee SRT. Badging is different, of course, and so are the exhaust tips at the rear. Up front is a new fascia made most noticeable by the loss of its fog lamps, which are replaced with air intakes to help keep things cool under the hood.